Okay. Good morning, all of you. I give the summary. What are the aspects which we discussed in the last sessions? So last sessions we discussed about what is a difference between language and programming language, and next we discussed about what is Java, and we discussed about Java history and Java futures, and we discussed about what is Java and Java history, Java features, how to download and install the JDK software, download and install JDK software, JDK software, and next how to write basic programs, how to write programs, and we discussed about Java program execution flow, Java program execution flow, execution flow, and we discussed about Java program elements, and we discussed about Java program structure, Java program structure, and we discussed about compilation. Okay, next we discussed about execution. Okay, these are all the areas which we discussed in the last sessions. What is the difference between language and programming language? What is Java and Java history, Java features? Okay, how to download and install the JDK software, how to download and install the JDK software, how to write the programs. There is a skeleton class, public class, main method. Inside the main method, we return the programs. Okay, and Java features. Next, how to download and install the JDK software, and how to write the Java programs, Java program execution flow, and Java program elements, and Java program structure, compilation, execution, and we discussed about JVM architecture as well. JVM architecture as well. JVM, I can say JVM architecture. Yeah, these are all the areas we will be covered in the last sessions. And today we can go ahead with the translators. Translators. What is the purpose of translators? The purpose of translators generally used to convert one format to another format. Convert one format to another format. Another format is called another format. Another format is called translators. In Java, we have three types of translators, guys. In Java, we have three types of translators. First one is the compiler. First one is the compiler. Second one is the interpreter, and third one is assembler. Third one is the assembler. Compiler is the translator which can convert all the lines in all the lines at a time. Compiler which is used to convert 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 source code to bytecode, source code to bytecode bytecode source code to bytecode at a time. Bytecode at a time is called compilation, is called compiler. What is the compiler? What the purpose of compiler? What it will do? Compiler. So the main purpose of translators, all the main purpose is it can convert one format to another format. In Java we have there are three translators. In Java we have three translators. In Java we have three translators. We have three translators. Three translators. First one is the compiler, interpreter, assembler. Compiler, which is used to convert source code to bytecode at a time. At a time is called compiler. Next you have the interpreter. Interpreter, which is used to convert bytecode to convert bytecode to machine language. Machine language also called as binary language. Binary language is called binary language is called interpreter, but it will convert line by line. Okay, it will convert line by line, but in case of compiler it will compile all the lines at a time. But with respect to interpreter, it can convert bytecode to machine language line by line. Next we have the assembler also which is used to convert assembler language into machine language. Assembler language into assembler language into machine language. Machine language is called assembler. But assembler language is the old language. Nowadays, nobody is not using. Nowadays, assembler language has deprecated. Nowadays, nobody is not using the assembling language. Nobody is not using the assembling language. I hope are you guys clear with my statements. In Java, there are three types of translators. One is compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Compiler, what is the purpose of compiler? Compiler, which is used to convert source code to bytecode. Okay, if the file contains 1,000 lines, it will compile all 1,000 lines at a time. That is the advantage with the compiler. Compiler, which is used to convert source code to bytecode at a time, is called compiler. And where we have the interpreter, which is used to convert bytecode to machine language line by line. And next we have the assembler, which is used to convert assembler language to machine language. But assembler language is the deprecated one. Nowadays nobody is not using. So after that, so JDK team they introduce JIT as well. JIT, just in time. Just in time is also this is newly added to the JVM, and they both together they can convert, which is also used to convert bytecode to bytecode to machine language. Machine language. Machine language. Okay. JIT meaning just in time. Initially three, and later they added JIT to the execution engine in Java. Okay. I hope this is clear, everyone, right? You guys are clear with this all the areas, like what is Java and what is Java history, Java futures, how to download and install the JDK software, and here we discussed about what is the difference between JDK, JRA, and JVM, and how to write the programs, and Java program execution flow, Java program elements, Java program structure, compilation, execution, JVM architecture. These are all the areas. I hope you guys are clear. No issues, right? If any issues, please let me know. I can revise one more time. Language, programming language, what is Java, Java history, and Java features, how to download and install the JDK software, and how to write the programs. We written few of the programs and then we executed them, and then I will share the PDF as well. Next, Java program execution flow, Java program elements, Java program structure, compilation, execution, and JVM architecture, and and translators, and translator. So with this, we successfully completed the chapter number 1. In the chapter number 1, this is the syllabus case. Whatever the syllabus which we discussed from starting to till now, this is belong to first lesson. Now, from today onwards, we can start with the chapter number 2. Chapter 2, In the chapter 2, what are the topics basically we will be discussed? We will be having variables, data types, identifiers, next naming conventions, naming conventions, next reserved words, reserved words types, identifiers, naming conventions, and reserved words. Reserved words. Reserved words. These are comes under the category of chapter number 2. Chapter number 2. Okay, so you can go ahead with chapter number 2. Chapter number 2. You can go ahead with the variables. You can go ahead with the variables. What is variable? What is variable? Variable is the container which is used to store the values. I can say variable is the container. Variable is the container which is used to store the values, guys. Store the my statements. What is variable? If you attend the fresher level interview, these are the questions they will ask, guys. Whatever the questions we are discussing, their question they will ask, what is variable? Could you please explain? If you are the fresher, if you attend the Java interview, this is the compulsory, they will ask the question. What is variable? Could you please explain? Variable is a container which is used to store the values. Which is used to store the values. Okay? To specify the type of value, to specify the type of value, to specify the type of value, we have data types in Java. We have data types in Java. To specify the type of value, we have data types in Java. We have data types in Java. So this I can mention variable have two parts. One is variable declaration and second one is variable initialization. Variable initialization. Variable initialization. Variable initialization. Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration meaning we are going to declare the variable name. Variable declaration meaning we are going to declare variable name and its data type. So variable declaration meaning we are going to declare we are going to declare variable name, variable name and variable name and type of value it has to return. Type of value it has to return. Type of value it has to return. We are going to declare variable name and type of value it has to return, guys. Okay, the syntax for the variable declaration. Syntax for the variable declaration. Syntax for the variable declaration is variable name and data type. Data type and variable name. Variable name. Some variable name I am giving. This is the syntax. We are discussing about the variables. What is variable? Variable is the container which is used to store the values, to specify the type of value to store in the variable. We have the data types in Java and variable have the two parts. One is the variable declaration and the second one is the variable initialization. Variable declaration meaning we are going to declare the variable name and type of value it has to return. Type of value it has to return. Okay, so this is the syntax. I would say data type and variable name. Data type and variable name. Next, here, next you can go ahead with the initialization. Variable initialization meaning we are going to initialize the we are going to initialize the value initialize the value to variable is called variable initialization is called initialization variable initialization guys variable initialization variable initialization. So here the syntax for the variable initialization is syntax for the variable initialization syntax for the variable initialization is variable name, we can assign the value. So example is like some subject marks equal to 90. So here what I am doing, 90 is the value, that value I am storing inside submarks. Submarks is the container. Submarks will act as a variable, and 90 w equals meaning 90 value I am assigned to the this one. This initialization and declaration we can write in single line as well. So initialization and declaration we can write in single line. So that is called variable declaration and initialization. Initialization that we can directly can write in single line. We are going to declare and initialize in single line. Declare declare variable and its a value and initialization in single line. In single line. Single line is called variable declaration and initialization. Data type, the syntax for this one is data type. I can say data type. Next one is variable name and value. This is the syntax, and example for this one is data type is like int age equal to some 25. Are you guys clear with my statements or not? We are discussing about the variable. Variable is the container which is used to store the values and to specify the type of value. So variable is the container which is used to store the values. What kind of value we want to store inside the container, we will specify the type of value by using data types. Okay. Variable is divided into two parts. One is the variable declaration and second one is the variable initialization. Variable declaration means we are going to declare variable name and type of value it has to return. Type of value it has to return. And next one is variable initialization meaning we are going to initialize variable. We are going to initialize variable is called variable initialization. This is the syntax variable and value. Next submarks equal to 90 and variable declaration and variable initialization. We are going to declare variable and its data type. You can mention its data type and initialization in single line. This is the syntax for this one. Data type and variable name and value. This is actually we did like this. This is clear or not? Variable. This is clear or not? Variables. Are you guys clear with my statements? We are discussing about the variables, and so for example, here I will show you few of the other examples. Int some age equal to some 50. Then what does it mean? So int age is the value. This is the value. This value I am assigning. I am storing inside the age container. We can say age variable. I am keeping single equals meaning assigning the value to the container. Assigning the value to the container is called initialization. Initialization meaning we are assigning the value. We are assigning the value to the variable is called initialization. Is called initialization. Okay, fine, very good. Next up, I hope you guys are clear with the variables. Variables is used to container which is used to store the values. To specify the type of value, we have data types in Java. We have data types in Java, and variables have two parts: variable declaration and variable initialization. Variable declaration and variable initialization. Next we have the data types. Next we have the data types. Data types which are used to specify the type of data which is used to specify the type of data. 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 In Java, we have two types of data types. We have data types are two. We have two types of data types. Two types of data types. Data types. One is primitive data types. Second one is non-primitive data type, guys. First one is primitive data type, and the second one is non-primitive data type, guys. First one is primitive data type, and second one is non-primitive data type. First one is primitive data type, second one is non-primitive data type. So first we'll try to understand what about primitive data type. Primitive data type. Primitive data type is the immutable. Primitive data type. Primitive data type is immutable. Immutable meaning the value is fixed. Immutable. Immutable meaning we cannot change the value. We cannot change the value. We cannot change the value, and it can hold only single value. It can hold. It can hold only single value. It can hold only single value. It can hold only single value. Primitive data types is the immutable. Immutable meaning we cannot change the value. It can hold only single value. It can hold only single value. Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. What are the four groups? First one is integer group. Integer group. Second one is I would say decimal group. Decimal group. Next one is third one is character group. Character group. Next one, fourth one is Boolean group. Fourth one is Boolean group. Are you guys clear with my statements? Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups. Four groups. What are the four groups? Integer, decimal, and character and Boolean. Character and Boolean. Again, primitive data types is divided into four groups based on its return type. Based on its return type. Okay, integer, decimal, and character. Again, integer is divided into four groups. Again, integer have first one is short. Next one is int. short byte int long byte, third one is the int, and fourth one is the long. Long. So these are belong to integer category. These are belong to integer category. What are the four? Short, byte, int, long. All are numbers only. All data types, these number integer data types, all are used to store the numbers only. Then what is the difference? All the purpose is the same to store the values. Then what is the difference? Why there are four types? Why there are four types? All purposes which is used to store the numbers only. Which are used to store the numbers only. Why four types? Meaning only the size, guys. Only the difference between these four types is only the size. Okay, this capacity is like you can assume there is a water bottle. This is less capacity, meaning this is less capacity, half liter water bottle, 1 liter water bottle, 1.5 liter bottle, and 2 liters water bottle. Like that you can assume. Only the difference, all purpose is the same to store the values only. Only the difference is size. Only the difference is size. Only the difference is size. It can store the values. This is 8 bits. 8 bits meaning it can store the values in between. The value range is in between 2142 minus 2142 number 214. Meaning apart from that, if you give any other number, then obviously it will throw the error. So when you take the short data type, you should take the number in between 214 to 214. In between only you should take. Apart from that, if you take any other number, then compiler will slap you. Why? Because you are giving out of range number. If you give out of range number, then compiler will slap you. Okay. This is with respect to short. And there is a default values. Default values meaning if you not assign any value, then JVM will provide default values for the all data types. Are you guys clear with my statements? If you initialize the value, if you pass the value, that is good. JVM will assign that value. If you not initialize any value, then JVM will provide default values for all data types. With respect to short, the default value for the short is the 0. This is also very, very important question, guys. So in the interview perspective, they will ask what is the default values for the all data types. Could you please explain? Data types, default values also very important question. Regularly they will ask the in the interview perspective. Short. Next one is this is the 16 bits. The value range in between 32K to minus 32K to 32K. Default value for the byte is also default value for the byte is 0. 0. Okay. Next int. This is 32 bit and value range is between like almost one big number. We will get the big number that I will show you. Integer range. So this is the number. This is the exact number. And the default value is 0. Next long is also long is 64 bit, 64 bit, and value range is in between. So this is the long. You can see how big number it is. How big number it is. How big number it is. Okay, the default value. The default value is 0. The default value is 0. I hope you guys are clear with this area, right? This is with respect to integer data type, integer group. And next we have decimal group. Decimal group we have double and float. Double and float. Double and float. This is 32 bit, and this is 64 bit. Value range is in between double. So see number and default value for double is 0.0f. 0.0f. Next float value range is this one. And default value is 0.0 f. 0.0. Next we have the character. Character we have the char data type. Char data type. Char data type also, which is 32 bit. 32 bit, and which is used to store the which is used to store the which is used to store the characters. Characters characters The syntax for this one is char data type, and the value some name equal to, you can write. With the help of char, can able to store only single character. We can able to store only single character. Next, boolean, it will return either true or false. It will return either true or false. Either false. The default value for the boolean is false. False is the default value. In case of character, default value for the character is character is null, guys. Null. Null. This is all about primitive data types. I repeat once again. We are discussing about the primitive data types. Primitive data types is the immutable, meaning you cannot change the value. It can hold only single value. Okay, again, primitive data types is divided into four groups based on its written type. Four groups are integer, decimal, character, and boolean. Boolean. Integer again, it has four types: short, byte, int, long. Short meaning the capacity of this number is 214 to 214. Byte capacity is all default values I mentioned. For integer type, all default values are the 0. For decimal type, all default values are the 0.0D and 0.0F. And with respect to character, the default value for this one is this one. Okay. The default value is the null. With respect to boolean, the default value is the false. Now, okay, assignment is write a Java program to print all primitive data types. To print all primitive data types. This I will write one program and then I will show you. So based on that, you guys also can write program and then you can show to me. Okay. I can take one file. Here I can mention the file name is new text document, and here I can rename. So here I can mention uh, data types. Data types dot Java. Public class data types. Main method public static void main string ops. This is the scope of the class. And now we are discussing about the data types, right? Data types. Now the first we'll try to with respect to int. Int first we'll try to write with short. Short is the data type, and short age equal to I'm writing 25, 35. So this is valid or invalid? Guys, this is valid or invalid? This is valid or invalid? Hmm? Invalid. Is there any reason?
because of start.
Huh? Short is the data type, right? If you can see here, short is the data type, and I want to I mentioned as the according to the variable declaration, I declare the data type. Variable name is the age, and the data type is the short, and I assign the 35 value to the age variable. Now this is valid or invalid? Huh? Valid or invalid? Valid. Valid or invalid? Valid only. But you guys said the invalid. This is valid condition. This is valid condition. Okay. Now instead of 35, I am writing 135. This is valid or invalid? This is also valid. Why? So
Valid.
I said there is a range, right? 214 to 214. This is also valid. Okay, fine. Very good. Next here I can mention the value is 235. Now this is valid, invalid. This is invalid. Why? Because the
Invalid.
short range is in between 214 to 214. But this is out of the range. This is out of the range. So in case of short, you should remember the value should be in between the number. If you take out of the range, then compiler will throw the error. Okay, this is with respect to short. Okay, very good. Now here I am taking the values some 35. Next, we'll try to understand with respect to byte. Byte, some byte b equal to, I am giving some 200. This is valid or invalid? Byte is the data type, variable name is the
Valid.
p, and 200 is the value. This is valid or invalid? This is also valid. Why? Because
Valid.
the number is in between 32,000 to 32,000, minus 32,000 to 32,000. This is also valid. If I take the value some 40,000, then in that case invalid. Why? Because
It
the
is
value
invalid.
taken out of the range, out of the range. So when you mention the byte, you should take in between the number only, in between the number only. If I take 50,000, yes, valid. 50,000 is also not valid. It is in between 32,000 to 32,000. I am taking 200. This is also valid. Okay, this is with respect to byte. Next, int. Int data type, int I equal to, I am taking the value is big number I am taking. Yeah, this is valid or invalid? This is also valid. I am taking less numbers. Yeah. This is also valid. Valid. Next up. Next we have the long. So regularly we will use long and integer. Okay, mostly we will use these two only. Okay, long L equal to, here also I am mentioning some number, and this is also valid. This is also valid. This is belong to integer data type, integer group. Next up, decimal group. Decimal group. So in the decimal group we have double D equal to like some 5,500 dot zero dot zero. Okay, this is valid or invalid? Yes, this is also valid. Next up we have the float. Float f equal to, here also we can mention some 4,500 dot zero, we mention like as the f. This is also valid. This is with respect to decimal group. Next we have the character group. Character group, with respect to character group we have char data type c equal to, we can able to store only single value a, like this. Yes, done. Okay, next we have the boolean data type, boolean group. Boolean b equal to, by default will be having false. I'm mentioning as the true. These are the data types, guys. Now I want to print all this. If I want to print all this, then you should write SOP statement, system dot out dot println, out dot println. Here you can write age, age of the student. You can do the concatenation as well. Concatenation meaning string plus variable is called concatenation. System dot out dot println, and here also I can mention employee ID. Next one is employee phone number. I would say employee bike number. this is 8. Next is system.out.println employee mobile number. Yeah, this is with respect to number 2. Now the same way here also you can take system.out.println. Here also you can take employee salary, employee salary, employee PF. Here also same thing. Employee gender. Employee attendance. B. So this is the program with respect to data types, guys. I'm saving the file and I can compile the file. Wherever file is available, you can go to the file location. This is the file location. In that file location, you can go and then you can compile the file and Java C, and the file name is data types dot java. If you can see here, there are two errors are coming in the same line. The line number 7, the line number 27, the error is coming. Meaning this is the string and this is the variable. You should mention plus. Go to line number 27. This is the line number 27. In the line number 27, you should mention plus. You can save the file. Now again, you can come here. Java C data types dot java, and there is a error at line number 11. The line number 11 is okay. So variable names, two places we are taken the same name. Okay. So that is also you can take here boolean b1, and this is the somewhere here. This is the b and that is the b1. You can save this one. Again go to here. Hmm. Yes, yes, yes. B1, and again in the byte, this is the byte data type. Byte range is in between 32K to 32K, and the byte data type is byte data type B, and can save the save this one. Yeah, okay. Now you can go and then you can try to compile and then see the error. Java C data types dot java into to byte. Line number 11, incompatible type. Byte value is, this is the line number 11, right? Yeah. By term, mm, mobile bill equal to some 2000, some 2000. This is also the Java C, and here also can change the mobile bill. Integer group, we are assigning the value, and that value we are printing. That value we are printing. Okay, all the file. Into data type, this is the int I equal to this one, and this is the number. Once again, you can pause check value initialization. And, can compile the file now. Java C data types dot Java, and file has successfully compiled Java and data types Java data types. The file name is this one, right? Data types T capital and T also capital. Okay, Java C data types dot Java, and Java data types. You can see here age of the employee is 35, employee bike number is something, employee mobile number is something, and salary, PF, gender, and attendance too, right? So this is the program on all data types. Program on all data types. Are you guys clear with my statement? Clear or not? అర్థమైందా? Should I explain one more time? Same file. You can go to the file location, or can go to here. class is here. So basically we taken a big number. In case of here also, big number it is not taken. So this is actually. So in this scenario, any questions guys?
At a time print the sir. Okay, sir.
Hmm? At a time?
Print statements lot of ఉన్నాయి. Okay, sir. Print the
Yes, yes, you can print at a time also. Mm, there is a program. Right? Your question is, I written a number of print statements. Instead of writing number of print statements, can we write in single statement? That is your question, right? Yes, you can write in single line also.
Yes, sir.
You can write in single line also like this. You can write in single line also. That's no issue. For clarity purpose, I written in only multiple lines. You can write in single line also.
Okay.
Like this, you can write in single line also. No issue. The thing is, you should understand the concept. What is purpose of each one? How we can write the programs and all. So once you are familiar with that one, then you can instead of writing multiple lines, you can write in single line also. You can write in single line. This is clear or not, guys? So your assignment is you guys also do the assignment on all primitive data types and do the assignment and share in the